We're really excited to get started again. We lost 3 guys off last year's team. Got the core group back. Very excited about that. It's got some different challenges and things like that. Just trying to get guys their roles, and what we're going to do with lineup, that type of deal. But again, our guys have had a good off season. Really excited about our guys. Well, Dan Rizzi was a big part for us last year, but Nate Soria was a freshman All-American 2 years ago. He'll be our starting catcher now. We're going to move Chris Given over from second base. He'll be at shortstop now. So again, we feel very confident with him. Again, those are big shoes to fill, but Chris has done a good job. Again, we feel very good defensively with Chris. He's going to pick up the slack there. And then offensively, he's just a different type of player than Andre, but he's probably going to be our leadoff hitter this year. We're going to move him up in the lineup because, again, give us a chance to get us started. We have, and this is my 12th year, and there's years that we don't even get outside before our season, and this year, again, been outside quite a bit, not only on the soccer field, but on our baseball field, and we're out here right now. Again, we're getting ready to stretch, throw, and we're going to do a little inter squad and do some practice out here. So it's been a very good year for us to get outside, and again, I think that gives us again, catches up a little bit compared to in the past, where sometimes you go down south and you haven't been outside, and those other teams have advantage. Again, this year I think we have a little bit, we're caught up a little bit, shorten that gap. Well, it's been good with Zach Lowther back. He was our Friday guy last year. Feel very good about that. I think Garrett's probably our next best pitcher. Set the school record for saves last year in the single season. He's one of our best pitchers. We want to utilize him, put him in the our second starting position. He's made a smooth transition. Again, we feel really good about the 1 and 2. Right now, we're still trying to figure out who our third starter is going to be. Our first couple weekends, we play 4 games, so this upcoming weekend, Greg Jacknowitz is going to start a third game. Trent's going to start on Sunday for us for the next 2 weeks. So hopefully in 2 weeks we'll be able to figure out who our Sunday guy is going to be. But feel really good about Garrett, his transition from the bullpen starting role, and then obviously with Zach Lowther, again, coming back as our Friday guy. You know what you're going to get. So we feel really good about our starting pitching right now. Well, it's not by committee, but right now I would say Taylor Williams is our first opportunity. He's going to get the chance to do that. We have David Williams, who's a freshman. He looked really good in the fall. He could be in that position. And same with Connor Gramus, who's probably going to DH and maybe play a little infield for us. He is also a guy that we're going to try to see if he can be the closer. But if you're asking me right now, I'd probably say Taylor, but those other guys will be in the mix also. It's a unique situation for us. Again, we've never been picked first before since I've been here, whether we're in the A-10 or the Big East. It's a reflection of what our results from last year, and again, it's kind of a feather on our cap, and it's nice. But again, we got to go out and play. Our expectations, again, every year is to win the Big East. Again, that got a little bit more of a target on our back, but it would have been that way anyways because we won the Big East. But we're excited about the opportunity to go out and compete. And like I said, it's good for the program. It's good for our guys. It's something that they've earned, but now we got to play. It's up to this point in time. When you joke around, hey, we're still undefeated. Well, we're getting ready to play Friday, and we'll figure out what happens there. Not really, again, because sometimes you come back off a year when you win a championship, you want to repeat. This is a different team, different group, so we're not looking at that. We're just trying to be the best that we can be, and we've got a lot of guys. We've got some great senior leadership with Matt Fallon and Trent Estelle and Joe Gellenbeck. Those guys have done a great job in the off season to get us prepared. Again, we don't really have a motto right now. We're just trying to be the best we can be right now. I think the guy that's probably going to make a big impact is Connor Gramus. Again, he's as a freshman, you don't really look at freshmen to come in and contribute, but he's put himself in a good position, not only defensively but offensively. He's got a little pop in his bat, looking to maybe put him in the 4-hole. But also on the mound, he was a pleasant surprise. He was able to do a little stuff on the mound for us. So I think he's going to be a big contributor as a freshman. But as I was saying before earlier, the roles have changed, and now Rylan Bannon, he's going to have to step up. He had a great sophomore year, and again, we're looking to him to anchor third base. Joe Gellenbeck was, had kind of a breakout year last year at first base. We're going to put him out in right field. Ethan Schmidt's going to be at first. But, Joe Gellenbeck, again, he's a guy that can carry a team. And again, we're looking for him not to necessarily carry us, but to be a force in the middle with Rylan and Nate Soria. So we got a lot of other guys that are going to have to pick up the slack. Well, and that's kind of going into the new year, just with the chemistry, the camaraderie, the leadership. Dan and Andre gave us unbelievable leadership last year when we struggled early on. We're hoping that we don't struggle this year, but going through a season, you're always going to have some adversity. But it's going to be interesting to see who really does step up. Again, I think Joe Gellenbeck is very capable of being that guy, or Matt Fallon. We got Trent Estelle on the pitching staff. So again, we've got a lot of guys that the roles are going to change. Obviously, Nate Soria being a catcher, being a guy that's going to be catching every day for us, that's a leadership position. So he's the linebacker. He's a center, linebacker for us. He's going to be a guy that's going to have to take a lot of leadership role. So it's just going to be interesting to see how the pieces fit together.